Welcome to another episode of Goober Pasta. Have you ever had some kid come to your door at 3 a.m. and try to sell you candy? Well, if you have, then this tale might be quite spooky.
It had to have been 4 in the morning when all of a sudden I heard a knock at my door. Now, who in the sorry sack of fuck could this be? I got up and put on my robe and my slippers. I scuffled over to the front door and I looked out the peephole, and there was some kid. I don't know why a kid was out at 3 in the morning, but he sure did look weird. I opened the door. I responded to him by saying, "You sorry sack of animal dung. What are you doing here? And why are you knocking my door at 3 a.m.? "Oh, I just want to see if you'd buy some candy." "It's 3 in the morning. Now, don't get me wrong, kid. I love me some candy. But you're knocking on my door at 3 in the goddamn morning. You sorry sack of burlap wrap." "Oh, I think you should buy my candy." "Why is that?" I responded to the little kid. "Oh, because if you don't, then a lot of bad things are gonna happen to you." "Look here, young man. I'm 47 years old. My name's Ron Schubert. Not that that has anything to do with anything that we're discussing right now. But Ron Schubert doesn't take threats from some 6-year-old trying to sell candy at 3 in the morning. Now you get on home. If you knock on this door again, you're going to get the belt." I shut the door quietly and returned to bed. I knew it was going to be quite difficult for me to get back to sleep, considering the fact that this kid had woke me up in the middle of the night. The soft white glow of the TV shone off into the distance. I finally started to feel myself get comfortable when all of a sudden I heard the loudest thud coming from my kitchen. What in the sorry sack of keyboard keys is going on in my kitchen? I put my robe back on, got back into my slippers, and went back out there. To my surprise, there was some gelatinous blob in the middle of my kitchen, just floating around everywhere. "You sorry sack of mucus-looking green pile of goo. What the hell are you doing in my kitchen?" The gelatinous ooze responded. "This is America, and in America we speak English." It responded. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get anything out of this sorry sack of dial tone buzzers. So I decided I was just going to have to ignore this problem and hope that it went away on its own. Because that's what you do when you're an adult. You ignore your problems, and I hope they just go away on their own. I shut the little curtain that separated the kitchen from the rest of my house. It looked kind of janky, but I didn't really care. I lived on my own, and that's the way I like it. Ain't nobody gonna come in here and tell me how to live my life, that's for sure. This is America. I decided to try to go back to the bed, but that goddamn gelatinous thing was in there just going... And it made it really hard to go to sleep, so I just kind of laid in bed. All of a sudden, I heard what sounded like glass breaking in my living room. Oh, Jesus, sack of Bibles and Mormons, and just shove them all in one big, large sack of crap. What the hell's going on out there? So I went back out of my bedroom into the living room, and lo and behold, was a rock monster. Thing had to be at least 4 foot tall. Kind of looked like a really short person, and it was just made of solid rock. "You sorry sack of deducted tax forms and shredded documents from Enron. What the hell are you doing in my living room?" It had no response. In the background, I could hear. It was from that gelatinous ooze thing that was hanging out in my kitchen. Gosh, I started to think. That little kid may have been right. There sure is a lot of crazy shit going on in my house. I guess I should have just bought some candy from that little weirdo at 3 in the morning. The least I could have done was get the candy. Then these two things that don't make much sense and really aren't hurting anything, just kind of existing in my house, wouldn't be here. And I could have simply just called DCFS. Got the kids' parents in trouble for having them go out at 3 in the morning and sell candy. Then I thought to myself how ridiculous it was to think that these concepts are related. But none of this had to make sense. All right, you rock thing, you. Just go ahead and sit here. And I'm just going to go back to bed and pretend like this isn't a problem that I have to deal with. So I went back into my room. And lo and behold, I heard what sounds like a ghoul coming from my bathroom. Ah, Jesus Christ, I say. I don't know what I'm going to go in there and find, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be annoying. It's going to piss me off to high hell. I walked into the bathroom, and sure enough, was a nightmare creature. One of those creatures that goes to and from your nightmares. How they typically represent themselves is as strangers in your dreams. You can see them so vividly, and you don't know who they are. That's what these things are. I said, God damn it, nightmare creature. You sorry sack of Goodwill pants and McDonald's day-old fries, you. What the hell you doing in my bathroom? I've come for your dreams. Go back to sleep, Mr. Schubert. Yes, go back to sleep. Shut the hell up, you Windows 95, Uncle Ben's brown rice breath having ass sack of hamsters from Petco in Terre Haute, Indiana looking doofus. Now you ain't gonna be doing nothing like that. I slammed the door as hard as I could to the bathroom. I could hear the nightmare creature jiggle on the handle. He was very good in people's dreams, but in the real world, he sure was a sorry sack of shit. It was funny hearing him mumble from the bathroom. Open the door. Open this door right now. And go to sleep so I can enter your dreams. Well, I knew I wasn't going to be able to go back to sleep, so I decided to go into the kitchen. I had to step past the gelatinous ooze monster to get to my coffee pot. The gelatinous ooze monster has made his way over to the kitchen table and was just kind of laying there. I was too tired to argue with him at this point, so I brewed myself a fresh pot of coffee. After I got it set the way I like it, with just a little bit of cream, a small tablespoon of sugar, and a cheddar biscuit on the side, I returned to my living room. That's when I heard another ring on the door. I didn't even bother looking through the peephole because I'm pretty sure I knew who it was. It was that goddamn kid. So I opened the door. Hey, mister. You ready to buy some candy from me now? Now listen here, you 2-foot sack of cookie crunching, dough pus looking failed abortion. Even though all these weird ass creatures are in my house now and they don't look like they're going anywhere anytime soon, I don't negotiate with terrorists. Now I was in the Salvation Army as a homeless person once, so I'm cut from a different cloth than the rest of these sacks of shit that you're dealing with. So look here, you sorry sack of HR West Town G looking douches. I ain't gonna buy shit from you. So why don't you take your post-it note flyers that you leave on people's cars, Allen wrench sack wearing ass on down the street. Oh, that was really mean. He started crying as he ran away. I shut the door. I knew this kid wasn't going to do anything except be a sorry sack of shit. Well, good thing I own this house, because I sure would hate to explain to a landlord why I got 3 new roommates. I opened up the bathroom door to the nightmare creature, and I went and got the gelatinous blob. I said, all right, guys, why don't you go ahead and come on here in the living room. That kid who hired you to try to get him to buy candy or sell me candy, he ran away like the little Nancy girl that he is. So I guess you guys are going to live here now, so what do you want to watch on TV? The gelatinous blob responded. Rock Monster didn't say anything. Upon closer examination, I realized it wasn't a monster at all. It was just a pile of rocks. The nightmare creature, though, he was still there. I want to watch Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, in your dreams, he responded. Dr. Quinn it is. So I started an episode of Dr. Quinn, and we all sat down and watched it. Thank you, bitches.